I know you've probably seen a lot of videos or recipes with beans, but this one today is going to be with a twist. So let's ride. Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mrs. Nse.s Food here, and welcome to my kitchen. I don't think there's any African country that does not know about beans, or for the African countries that have beans as their menu, I don't think there is any house that have not prepared beans, because it is one of the most affordable foods in Africa. Okay, first to begin, you have to select your beans. I did that off camera. In case there's any stone or any dirt, you have to remove it before proceeding to prepare your beans. So I've done that already. When you are done selecting the beans, wash it thoroughly. After that, place a pot on the fire. Add clean water into your pot. Now proceed to add your beans into the clean water on the fire gently. Some people like adding salt at this stage, some people don't, but in this video I will add a little bit of salt. The reason some people don't like, they call it wastage, because at this first stage, when the beans is boiled, you have to drain the first water and wash back the beans. Put another clean water into the pot, add the beans and boil again until it is soft. So yeah, they don't want to waste their salt. Now let's proceed. At this point, our beans is ready. You take that down from the fire and set it aside. Now place your pot on the fire. It could be frying pan or another pot. Now proceed to add palm oil. When that is hot a little, proceed to add your vegetable oil. When that is done, now add your freshly chopped onions and your freshly chopped tomatoes into the oil. We are going to allow that to fry until the water from the tomato is dry. This is where our protein comes in. In this video, or in this particular recipe, I'll be using dry panla fish and dry cowhide, which is also known as pomo. We're going to stir the both of them together, and now proceed to add your salt and your crayfish. If there's one thing about this recipe you should know, is don't economize crayfish. It plays a very big role. After that, proceed to add your seasoning. In this video I'm using star maggi, and for those that don't eat maggi, you can avoid this part. Now after that is done, we are going to stir it properly. We don't want our maggi sitting on one spot. We are going to stir this maggi to every part of the pot. After that is done, we will now proceed to add our ginger and garlic. If you know me, you know I cannot cook without ginger and garlic. I cannot overemphasize of the benefit of ginger and garlic to our health, but aside from the health benefit, it has this wonderful flavor that it adds to your food, and it changes the whole thing. Now at this point, our sauce is ready and the water is dry, just enough for the beans. You remember the beans you set aside. It's now time for you to bring it back to the fire. You are going to pour this mixture into the beans gently, okay? And at this point, you are going to mix it thoroughly so that all the sauce and the beans, they marry themselves. We don't want any water in our beans, so after mixing that thoroughly, we are going to allow this water to dry properly. Now in this stage, if there is any seasoning that you have to balance, this is where you are supposed to balance your seasoning. I had to go in with some fresh habanero pepper because it gives that steam and add another flavor to our beans. So yeah, after adding that, we are going to mix it properly, and you are going to prepare this on low heat. Now here is a twist. A lot of people don't add vegetables to their beans, but ever since I got married, my husband likes vegetable in nearly everything, so I decided to try it, and ever since then I have been hooked. Vegetables in beans is a yes for me. So this is where our fresh chopped vegetable comes in. While that is steaming on low heat, I'm going to be pairing it with some very ripe plantains, as you can see on the screen. Yeah, I decided to boil some and fry some, so I have dodo and boiled plantain. At this point, all you have to do is just wash your plantain thoroughly, add a little bit of salt after peeling it. Make sure you wash the salt with the water, cover it, and your plantain is ready. At this point, I went back to check my beans, and the only thing you can see floating on top of it is oil. That is how your beans is supposed to turn out. You can see me continuously mixing it. That's because I want it more thick. Some people prefer that texture a little bit lighter than this, but me, I like when my beans is thick and I don't want to see any water. The only thing I'm supposed to be seeing on my beans when I'm done preparing it, it is oil floating on top of it like that. And just like that, we have prepared these delicious vegetable beans. If you follow all the steps in this video, this is how your result is supposed to look like. Thank you very much for sticking to this point of my video. I hope you learned one or two things today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share to a family member or friends. I love you. Bye.